Hello there, Saber fans. Shamim here. Welcome to another edition of Star Wars Theater. Today we're going to be watching Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I'll be doing audio commentary. I hope you all have the disc plugged in and ready to go. Watch alongside with me, listen to my thoughts on the film, and feel free to leave your comments and questions and things in the YouTube comments below. I will try to respond to everything. Feel free to just comment, as you're watching. If a thought pops in, just type it out. And we'll see what we end up with at the end of the film. I really enjoy this movie, so I'm excited to watch it, and I hope you guys are excited to watch it with me. So here we go. I got the main menu queued up. It's got the music playing. I got to turn down low so I don't get hit with, copyright infringement stuff about streaming the whole audio of the movie. Anyway, let's press play. Let's continue where you left off. No, I want to start from the beginning. Plop. Let's get comfortable. The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal, criminal, blah, 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 blah. Sweet. Alright. So, this is the first standalone Star Wars film. A Han Solo movie is coming up, some other things are coming up, but this is the first time that we've had a non-numerical Star Wars film. And it starts off similarly. You got the Lucasfilm a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then space and a planet. There is no opening crawl. And I actually like that. I was a little disappointed about it at first, that it didn't have a classic Star Wars opening crawl. But then the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, because the only reason it's jarring to me now is because this is the first time that it's been done. After we think about 5-10 years down the road, it will just be known that the numerical Star Wars films all have the title crawl, and the non-numerical Star Wars film, the standalone ones, like Rogue One, like the Han Solo movie that's coming up, won't have an opening crawl. They'll just start similarly to how Rogue One starts. So I like it. And immediately we have this gorgeous shot of Krennic's ship flying over this beach and the water, heading out to where the Ursos are camped out. It's a nice updated design of the Lambda-class shuttle that Darth Vader uses. This looks like a practical robot that they got. And little baby Jin running. There goes the ship. I love this movie. This movie is so good. And I want to talk a little bit about the score right off the top of the bat, because, of course, this is the first Star Wars film that John Williams has not scored. And, we can all agree that John Williams' music is phenomenal and incredible, and it makes the Star Wars films infinitely better than they already are, just without music. Hey, blue milk, wee! I love that. This movie is so filled with little Easter eggs that tie into Expanded Universe, that tie into the original films, especially in New Hope. It's just a great love letter to the fans. But Michael Giacchino did the score for Rogue One, and I've been a huge fan of Giacchino's, his work on Lost, the new Star Trek movies. He's done The Incredibles, which was really, really good. It was really incredible. Anyway, so when they announced that Giacchino was doing the score for Rogue One, I thought that was a perfect choice, because Giacchino's style is very similar to Williams' musical style, and so I was so thrilled that Giacchino was doing the score. And then what he did in this movie, the Jyn Erso Hope theme that he came up with, is so beautiful. I would rank it in my top 5, Star Wars themes, right up there with Imperial March and the classic Force theme. It's so beautiful. And it has this air of, it's not a heroic theme. It's not an optimistic theme. It has a sense of impending doom, that everything is doomed to fail and that everyone is going to die, and there's just a small glimmer of hope. The musical theme that accompanies Jyn and the rebellion throughout this movie is tragic. It's tragically heroic. And I just wanted to get that out there because I love that music. And I love the way that Giacchino plays with the theme throughout the film. He plays it, very softly and quietly. He plays it very bombastically when the X-Wings are taking off. He plays it very dramatically with the chorus when the Death Star appears at Scarif and Jyn and Cassian are about to die and all that, Darth Vader appears. So the range of the musical score with that thematic material is brilliant. Alright, music's out of the way. Let's talk about our two protagonist and antagonist here that we got on screen. Mads Mikkelsen. What a great, what's his name? Galen Erso. And then I really like Krennic. This is a different type of Imperial officer. You know, we've only really had the one Imperial officer with Grand Moff Tarkin in A New Hope. And so now we have our second prominent Imperial officer. And he's different than just like a captain of a spaceship or an admiral. We've seen those in the original trilogy interacting with Vader. But here we have something a little bit different than what we've seen before. And he has this white uniform with a cape, which is sort of a nod to Grand Admiral Thrawn's iconic outfit. But of course, Krennic is not Grand Admiral. But, yeah. These Death Troopers. You know, there's the audio that comes out of the Death Troopers when they're speaking is sort of garbled and sounds maybe alien, maybe robotic. Someone recently said that it's encrypted, so that they're on the channel, you know, the Death Troopers can understand each other when they're talking to each other through their helmet comlinks and whatnot, but to anyone outside who's not on that channel, who isn't, you know, keyed in, it sounds encrypted. And I thought that's brilliant, you know, what a great strategy. Lyra's back from the dead, it's a miracle. Idiot Lyra, you should have just shot him right here. You should have just shot him right here. I'm taking you all. Krennic is funny in this scene. Heroes of the Empire. I'll turn it up just a little bit. It's an interesting looking gun that she's holding. Ooh. She goes down, he goes down. But he stands back up. God, how traumatic that must have been for little Jyn to see her mother shot down by Krennic. Or, I guess, technically by one of Krennic's Death Troopers, but Krennic gave the order. And into the little rock she goes. Oh, the Stormtrooper doll. It's cute, you know, what's her name? Rey had her little rebellion X-Wing fighter doll in The Force Awakens. Jyn has her Stormtrooper doll. It's cute. Should we get a little bit of the Jyn Erso theme here as she's waiting for Saw to come and pick her up? Dark and grungy, just like the original trilogy. You know, the lamp is not some super shiny high-tech thing. It's, you gotta shake it a bit, it's kind of flickering, it's not perfect, it's running low on power. Very grungy and grimy. A lived-in universe, which is what George Lucas wanted for the original trilogy. Forrest Whitaker! My child. Come. Come. The music swells and Rogue One. Title card. And here we have adult Jyn, played marvelously by Felicity Jones. Blinking lights on the console behind her. It's a very Star Wars vibe. What the hell is this alien? I love it. The Imperial motif on the cell doors with the Stormtrooper walking by. It's beautiful. And we hear Jin's theme again. And it swells as we come to this this new planet, Ring of Kafrene, trading outpost. Cassian. I like this character a lot. It's a different kind of anti-hero than we've seen. It's a little bit darker than the Han Solo character or the Poe Dameron type of character. It's much more on the darker side of just willing to do whatever is necessary to get the job done for the Resistance. Okay, and now the plot thickens. We have a defector, cargo pilot. That's what's his name? Bodhi. Planet killer. I think this was a smart story to tell as their first standalone Star Wars film. It ties very much into the original trilogy, especially in New Hope, so it fills the nostalgic... oh yeah! Take that, Stormtroopers! So it fills the nostalgic need of, the Star Wars fans. We want to have some of that nostalgia. We don't want something completely different. Obviously, it's a wide universe, and there's plenty of unique stories to tell that are not related at all to the original, saga. So I'm sure that we'll get some of that down the line, but I think Disney wanted to play it a little bit safe. They did so with Force Awakens, and they're doing so with Rogue One. Their first two, so their first saga film under Disney, and their first anthology film under Disney, I think they wanted to sort of play it a little bit safe and do things that were familiar to fans, just to kind of assure the fans that, we've taken over your baby, but we're going to treat it right. We're not going to do something vastly different. We're going to be very respectful of the original source material, the original types of stories that George Lucas set out to tell. So they gave us Force Awakens, which was very similar to A New Hope and other elements of original trilogy, while giving us a little bit new and carrying the story onward. Rogue One, very connected to the original trilogy and A New Hope, but also setting the groundwork for the types of new stories that they can tell that are not related at all to any of the Skywalker characters. Even though Leia and Darth Vader appear in this film, it's very much, the story of these Resistance fighters. So I think this lays the groundwork now for future Episode 8, 9, for future anthology films, that they can do something. They've shown the fans that, yes, we can take care of your baby, but we can also do something now, so we can do something new now. So here we have Bodhi being led to Saw Gerrera. He has important information. And that fallen statue of the Jedi. I'd love to learn more about Jedha and the Guardians of the Wills. I hope we get some more of that in novels or things in the future. That stormtrooper so doesn't want to be there. Just like, God, can't wait until this rotation is over and I can get back home. Oh, too bad you're dead now, though. No R&R for you. Yes, I do. Yes, please. Fiercely independent. As soon as she's free, she's like, forget you guys. I'm on my own. I don't need to be rescued by you guys. I'm out of here. Not quite. Ooh, that looks like it knocked the wind out of her. And frackin' K2SO. So good. Disney has done good with their droids in these two films. They've given us BB-8, which was perfect, and now K2SO, which is another great addition to the droid family that Star Wars has been giving us. Oh, Yavin 4, such a... If you didn't get emotional seeing Yavin 4 Rebel headquarters from different angles and things, you're dead inside. This is so cool! This is so cool! I love this! Jyn Erso, daughter of Galen Erso. Love me some Mon Mothma. Saw Jedha. It's a very interesting story, and you know it has to. They have to get from point to point. I mean, I guess that's how stories work, of course, getting from point to point. But someone to get them through the door without getting killed. So Saw is an extremist. You know, I don't remember his character at all from the Clone Wars. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch those episodes. I gotta rewatch the whole Clone Wars, because it's a really good show, especially from Season 3 onward. But, so Saw was introduced in that show, and I don't remember anything about his character. I'm sure it would give this movie a little bit more meaning if I went back and rewatched it. I love Mon Mothma. I don't know what it is about Mon Mothma. I've always loved her character. And so seeing her again in this film, especially as it's the same actress who played her in Revenge of the Sith in those deleted scenes, she looks so much like a young Mon Mothma from Return of the Jedi. It's so good! Oh, it's so good. We got our first look at Bail Organa, who miraculously looks maybe a year or two older than he did at the end of Revenge of the Sith, whereas poor Ewan McGregor went from looking good at the end of Episode 3 to looking like 60-some-year-old Alec Guinness in the same course of time, so I guess that's just genetics for you. Some people age well, some don't. I'm K2SO. Did I call him K2SO4? I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of H2SO4. Alan Tudyk did such a good job with this droid. And the CGI on K2SO is really, really good. Like, obviously, I know it's a digital character, but he blends into his environment alongside the rest of the mechanical equipment. He blends in perfectly. He really, really did a good job with the CGI in this movie. And we'll talk more about the CGI when we get to Tarkin and Leia. But we'll save that for later. Why does she get a gun and I don't? Vague and unconvincing. Oh, the memes. So this is the first beat in their relationship, Jin and Cassian. Their interaction, not romantic relationship, but their relationship in an interaction sense of the word. Trust goes both ways. They started out rather antagonistic in the council war room, and this is the first beat in their friendship developing, their camaraderie developing. The odds of Jin turning against us are approximately 3,720 to 1. There's the Jin theme again. So sad. As it swells up at the end, you think maybe it's going to be hopeful, but it ends on such a unfulfilled note. Because, of course, all of them are killed at the end. Spoilers. What a boring job it must be for that poor guy up there. Like the lookout on those old ships in the crow's nest. You know, icebergs right ahead. X-Wing fighter right ahead. Lies! Deceptions! Oh, Saw. That's a really cool alien design. Saw Gerrera's right-hand man guy. This USB drive was found in his boot when he was captured. Like, Foo, you talking to Saw Gerrera now? Oh, right. Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. I think Bodhi is probably my least favorite of the ensemble of the Resistance group. I love Cheriton Bays, Cassian and Jin, K2SO. They're all great. Bodhi is probably the weak link in the chain for me personally. Boogalit, 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 Bugalit, Bugly, Bungalow, I don't know, what? No. Oh, this is Empire Strikes Back right here. You know, you had the Super Star Destroyer, Shadow covering up the regular Star Destroyer, and now you have the similar scale thing. You know how big these Star Destroyers are. And here's a few of them littered around as this massive dish for the Death Star comes in. Glorious shot. Okay. So, watching this film for the first time in theaters, I saw this and I'm like, oh, it's Tarkin! It's so cool! They're just gonna show him in the back of the head. That'll be nice, you know? And then you see his little reflection in the glass. I'm like, oh, that's so good! You'll just have him facing the glass for the whole scene. That'll be a nice little cameo. And then he turns around and I'm like, holy son of a gun! I know, it's a CGI face. And it's not 100% perfect. But it's so close to being perfect. And the guy who did his voice was so wonderful. He captured the mannerisms of Peter Cushing so well. I'm just very glad to see the character of Grand Moff Tarkin back in the film, especially since this film ties into A New Hope. You have to have the Death Star governor here in this film. It just wouldn't make sense if they hadn't done a digital Tarkin. Now, I'm glad that they didn't recast him as someone who just looked like him. I mean, they got away with that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, because, you know, it was 19 years younger, but this is few days, few weeks before Peter Cushing that we see in Episode 4, so they really had no choice but to do a digital version of him. Digital face replacement. I think they did as fine a job as technology these days is able to do. And in some scenes, he looks better than he does in others. Oh, flashback. You know, we haven't had flashbacks in a lot of Star Wars films. We had that little bit in The Force Awakens, but this is a very clear flashback sequence. That's not just isolated bits of random Force imagery that Rey is seeing when she touches a lightsaber. So this is cool. And if you haven't read Rogue One Catalyst, it's an amazing book. I read that before the film came out, and it made me even more excited for this movie, because it really delved into the character motivations of Galen and Lyra, especially, and their interaction with Krennic before everything in this film takes place. I want to go reread that book again. It was so good. Okay. They've landed on Jedha! Or they're about to land on Jedha. And the theme comes up again here with this beautiful imagery. Beautiful imagery. You know, we see a couple U-Wings in this movie, and all of them get destroyed. And that was the thing going into this movie, seeing new designs for TIE fighters, new designs for Rebellion ships. I'm like, why don't we see these in Episode 4, 5, and 6? Well, the Rebellion doesn't have their own factory churning out U-Wings. They have to steal them here and there or acquire them, you know, piece by piece. They can't grab 100 of them at a time. They're only able to get a few of them at a time. So it makes sense that the U-Wing was, you know, something they only had a couple of, and they were all destroyed in the course of this movie. I can blend in. You're gonna... This is probably my least favorite scene in the movie. This dumbass creature. Okay, yes, Bugalet will sense the truth. That's nice. But then how does Saw learn the truth from Bugalet? Does Saw have some kind of mental connection with Bugalet? Does Bugalet speak to Saw? It just makes no sense. Maybe they should have cut this scene, used the millions of dollars spent on making Bugalet, and put that extra money into making Tarkin look even better. So if you understand how Bugalet works, comment below and let me know why that scene deserves to be in the movie, because right now there's no reason why it should be in the movie. Oh, I love that subtle AT-ST walking in the background of that shot. So beautiful. Here's some cool alien designs. A lot of practical effects and costumes. Hey, it's these guys! So clearly they must have gotten on a ship and gotten off Jedha before it went kaboom, because they end up on Tatooine a few weeks from now. Few days from now? I don't know what the timeline is. Let's give it a few days. A few days from now, they end up on Tatooine, and poor thing loses an arm. Second beat. Rebellions are built on hope. So she is, she's not a hopeful person right now. She's very skeptical of the hope. He feeds her the line of rebellions are built on hope because he's been in this fight since he was 6 years old. He believes in hope. She doesn't yet. And it's interesting that she then uses that same line that she learned from him on the council later on in the film, and Garner's like, oh, is that Robert Baratheon that he's talking to? It looks a lot like Robert Baratheon. Oh, Donnie Yen. Ip Man. Y'all haven't seen Ip Man, go check it out. Phenomenal trilogy of movies. Donnie Yen did a great job. And I love his character in this movie. I love his smile. Hearts of Kaiba. Baze and Chirrut. Oh, I ship them in every way. Prophetic words, Cassian. This town is ready to blow. Literally. It's a cool little tank thing. Oh, Dini! This feels straight out of a level from Jedi Outcast. And it's just this just feels very Jedi Outcast, Kyle Katarn. Nice! Nice! Hey, Stormtroopers actually hit some guys, but they're not main characters, so they're allowed to hit the non-main character. I love this little guy with the massive mouth. Oh. Kaboom. Cassian takes out a rebel in order to save Jin. Saw's number 2 noticed that. Oh! Right in the gut. He's gonna feel that in the morning. Nice! This is a good action scene. Grab the big Kaiba crystals. So we know at least a few Kaiba crystals have survived. Oh, here come reinforcements. Nice shot, Cassian. Oh, that reminds me of the Han Solo moment from A New Hope, where he's chasing a few stormtroopers down the hallway of the Death Star, turns the corner, and there's a whole army of them. Ah! And he just runs away. Did you know that wasn't me? K2S, that was so funny. Nice. He's so good. This is a gorgeous shot of the city. I would love to have visited this city in its prime. Just looks like a great place to be. Level 5 detention block AA-23. Mm-hmm. I fear nothing, for all is as the Force wills it. I think that might be my favorite takeaway from this entire film. All is as the Force wills it. Oof! 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 Ah. Nice. Oh! And the glass shatters on his mask. Damn, son! Good teamwork. I ship them. It's a good thing K2 listens this time, because he's there right out of there. I protected you. He remembers. Cassian killed our men. Drop the name! Drop the name! I think every moment that Chirrut is on screen is my favorite Chirrut moment, but that might just take the cake. Are you kidding me? I'm blind! Oh, Star Destroyer's pulling out. Something's about to happen. Sit your ass down, Cassian. Man, I'll punch you. They're playing non-holographic to Jarek. That's cool. Ah, Twi'lek dancer. Jin is taken to see Saw. One of my favorite lines from Jin is coming up here, where Saw asks her, "You know, you can stand to see the Imperial flag reigning in the sky," in response to her not picking up the fight and doing anything, and she responds with, it's easy if you don't look up. Or it's easy if you keep your eyes down, or whatever she says. I just think that encapsulates her character so beautifully. Her cynicism and her outlook on life. Sure, why are you so good? I sense that you carry your prison wherever you go. I'll turn the subtitles on. You can see the resentment in her eyes. A little bit of her theme comes in again here. So beautiful. Very softly played. Giacchino, master. It's a trap! Did they send you to kill me? There's not much of me left. Such an interesting set of dynamics. I love this film. Care not about the cause. She couldn't give a rat's ass about the cause. Here we go. Oh, that line kills me. She's been keeping her head down. Now Saw is going to make her look up. He's showing her the message of her father. So many feels. I love the bickering between these two. This bickering is pointless. He looks very good in this scene. The CGI looks great in this particular scene. Single reactor ignition destroys a good part of the planet. So I wonder how many reactors they fired up for blowing up all of Alderaan. God, Baze is so ready to kill any Imperial he can. I'd love to know more of that backstory. He's a poor, defeated Imperial pilot in a prison cell, and he's like, I'm gonna break out of my own cell and into his cell just so I can murder him. Says a lot about Baze's character. So here we see a little bit of the after effects of the Bugullet, whatever the hell thing that was. Maybe it's wearing off a bit now. He's on Eadu. Oh, the musical build-up during this whole sequence is phenomenal. And I love that the Death Star appears upside down. Of course, there is no upside down, right side up in space, but it's an angle from which we've never seen the Death Star before. Oh, this whole scene breaks my heart. She played this beautifully. Stardust, oh. Lies, deception. I love that they filled this plot hole with Rogue One, that it was all Galen Erso, secret revenge against the Empire, who made this reactor unstable. Death Star blots out the sun. Okay, so the trap is a pressurized explosion to the reactor module. Anywhere in the reactor module will set off a chain reaction. So what the Alliance was able to do with the plans that R2 gave them in A New Hope was isolate. Okay, so here's the proton torpedo. Here's the shaft that leads to the reactor core. We just get a proton torpedo down there, then it'll blow it all up. So, yeah, it's great. Taking advantage of the craziness to escape. Ho, 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 ho. I really want to kill the pilot, but I suppose I'll... Oh, he catches it without looking. I love me some Chirrut. Saw knows there's no chance he would be able to run out in time with his limpy robot feet and his stick and his asthma breathing. There's not much of him left. He's not going to run any longer. So it's not really self-sacrifice or, anything like that. It's just him acknowledging that this is the end, there's nothing I can do. But I think he dies content in the fact that Jyn saw the message. She and Cassian will be able to continue the dream, continue the rebellion, and hopefully beat the Empire. So I think he dies content in that knowledge. That Jyn finally looked up and saw the Imperial flag reigning across the galaxy and is deciding to do something about it. Thanks to her father. Oh god, this is so close! What an intense sequence. Oh, just barely made it out. There, he sees that Jyn got off planet. He's content. Come at me, bro. God, that's devastating. Oh, everyone has a different reaction to it. Ooh, nice. Well, that is a cataclysmic event. I believe I owe you an apology, Director Krennic. Oh, he looks great in that shot. Ooh, usurped! Usurped! God, what a pissy little man. Krennic. No, don't kill Galen. He's a good guy. Their home is gone. It's okay for everyone else, but like Baze and Chirrut lived there and worshipped there. That was their holy city, the guardians of the wills. That must be absolutely devastating for both of them. I like this the little connection between these two. Hmm. If I was brave enough to listen to what was in my heart and do something about it. Baze. Galen, what a brave man. I believe you, Jin. Cassian said I had to. They may intercept that message. And now there's inner turmoil with Cassian. Do I fulfill my original mission to take him out with my superiors, or do I go with this new updated plan with Jin and the rebels in my ship and try to capture him alive and bring him back? Now that things have changed a little. Imperial Kyber Refinery. The first time we've had little subtitles showing locations of where we are in a Star Wars movie, and of course it's okay, I think, because this is a standalone Star Wars film. So Bodhi knows how to get in here because Bodhi was dispatched from this facility by Galen Erso. K2, what an asshole. Oh, that's a rock. Down, down to Goblin Town, down, down to Goblin Town. Boom. Well, that's one U-wing that's not gonna fly again. I like Chirrut's stick. It's got metal bits on the top, so it's not just a piece of wood he's using to beat up stormtroopers. He's using the metal bit at the end to break their helmets open. So that makes a little bit more sense. It's not just a piece of stick. This shot of Charity is like, the Force is moving darkly around a creature who's about to kill. You have little character moments. Every character gets a couple few moments in this film. Oh, sniper configuration. Beautiful shots of the X-Wings taking off. Oh, and Y-Wings. I didn't notice the Y-Wings. There were a couple of Y-Wings there, too. Don't fall. Jin decides this is my chance to see my papa again. In my experience, there's no such thing as luck. There is only bays. I really want K2 to, you know, he's alone in the ship. I want him to bust out some little toy dinosaurs and start playing with the toy dinosaurs. Firefly. Because it's the same actor who played with the toy dinosaurs in Firefly. I love the rain. Apparently there's a new book coming out with Baze and Chirrut. I really am excited to know more about the backstory of those two. They're just great characters. Separate from their whole connection with the Wills and the Force and Jedha and all of that. Just the two characters themselves are fascinating as characters in and of themselves, which is cool. I'm here, I'm looking, and I'm going to shoot some people. Now go! Find us a ship. This is the second time that Galen and Krennic have met and talked to each other in the rain. Although it's raining quite a bit more in this scene than it was on that planet back in the day. I love the logo, the Death Star logo on their jackets. It's great. It's a nice design. Similar to the Imperial logo itself, but it's offset, just like the Death Star. Oh no. Don't do it, Cassian. Oh, don't pull the trigger. Have a heart, Cassian. Have a heart. And he decides not to. Good man, Cassian. Ooh. Poor Death Star engineers. All dead. That poor stormtrooper. He's gonna have an unfortunate fall. Splat. Now where have I heard that before? Lyra said that to him. Oh, it's attack run time. Are you blind? Deploy the garrison! Ooh, and kaboom. God, TIE Fighters, what a beautiful design! So good. Ooh. X-Wing down. God. Sure, it's so good. Use that young force. That's not how the force works. Ooh, takes out a TIE and the turret gun. Well done, Chirrut. Oh, Krennic, you're such a poop head. I hope you die. Oh wait, he does. That's cool. We haven't really seen that before. A character. I don't think we've seen that before in any other films. A character being close enough to the back of a departing ship to get blasted off like that. Oh, this scene. I know your face, Eowyn. Sorry, my Lord of the Rings love slipped in there. And here she promises that she will pick up the fight and she will destroy the Death Star. And her theme picks up again in a very, very tragic rendition. there's the theme. Go Baze! God, Baze, you're such a tank. Literally, he's got to carry that big tank with him to power that super fast, powerful gun. You're a rebel now. And here we have a great confrontational scene. A lot of good drama and tension in this sequence. Oh, and he feels the Force moving darkly in her. She's really angry at Cassian. Oh, what a dick response. I had every chance to pull the trigger, but did I? No. Ooh, low blow. I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old. Funny story about Celebration. There was a guy dressed as Cassian standing in line for one of the panels or something. He kept going around saying, I've been in this line since I was 6 years old. Because the lines at Celebration are so bad. You know, not quite sure who won that argument. They both made really good accusations against each other, really good points against each other. I think it's just a nice beat along in their relationship. Oh boy, here we go. So you may be wondering why there isn't a little subtitle that says Mustafar, Vader's Palace, because apparently the director didn't want to give it away that we're going to be seeing Vader. Though the lava does seem to have calmed down a bit in the last 19 years. There isn't nearly as much of it going. And no handrails on that bridge. What is it with the Empire and not having handrails? Now it's interesting that Vader also gets a few Imperial Guards, these Royal Red Guards. I thought they were just for the Emperor, but it looks like Vader also gets a few. While he's back to bathing. And I love that just for a moment here, Giacchino brings back Vader's original theme from A New Hope, which was never used again in any other Star Wars movie except here. That was before the Imperial March existed, so we got a little bit of the original Vader theme Giacchino brings back. And now, the Imperial March. Vader's first on-screen appearance since 2005, Revenge of the Sith. Oh, you don't get chills watching this, you're dead inside. Even if you're not 100% satisfied with the Vader costume, and I know I'm not, or the Vader voice, which I'm not, this is still an amazing moment. Well, yeah, I'd be unsettled if I had to meet with Lord Vader. Vader loves pointing fingers at people. Ugh, silly man. Just die already. Here it comes. You either love it or you hate it. I love it. It's so badass. I mean, come on. It's Darth Vader. He can say whatever the hell he wants while he's force choking you. Whatever he wants. We can't just give in. Oh, people standing round a round table, bickering and arguing. It's not Star Wars without one of those scenes. Which is interesting that that's exactly what Palpatine did in Episode 6. He wanted to lure the Alliance into a final battle. Scarif. We're going to Scarif. Ah, and here it is. Rebellions are built on hope. You will screw you and your council. We'll form our own rebel alliance with blackjack and hookers. General Syndulla, please report to the briefing room. How many do we need? I love Chirrut's devotion to the Force. The Force is strong. This is a great moment. Terrible things on behalf of the rebellion. If we quit now, what was all of that for? That's how you sleep at night. That's good character motivation for Cassian. He's got to keep going, because he's come this far. Chirrut's all like, yes, let's do this. You think, oh, maybe he has a heart? Nope. Cassian said I had to. I love this moment. I love Chirrut's reaction to this. Ah, he's like, yes! She said it! She said the thing! Chirrut is all of us in that moment. Yes! Yes, sorry, we had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's alright now. Everything's fine now. Here, thank you. How are you? We're sending a squad up. She's like, really? Rogue? Rogue's the best you can come up with? Okay, fine. Let's rogue with it. Let's rogue with it. Let's roll with it. Ah, let's rogue with it! Live on camera, ladies and gentlemen. You know who else is pulling away? Your mom! He's all like, meh, not paid enough to report that. Obi-Wan Kenobi! Years ago, you served my father in the Clone Wars. Oh, my feels. Scarif. I love this planetary-wide defensive shield that they've got. Okay, too. You're so good. is as the Force wills it. Yes! They are cleared for entry! All you have to do is fly casual. This is a pretty cool contraption. I really, really like the way that it's visualized. Gotta get to that tower. This is such a good film. I love this movie. Jin's speech. Here we go. This is a good speech. So I guess that's how the Ewoks won. Sharp sticks and nothing left to lose. Hey. All the chances are spent. We'll find a way to find a way to find them. Make 10 men feel like 100. What a great line. This movie is filled with great lines. All is as the Force wills it. Make 10 men feel like 100. Good moments. This is a gorgeous shot. I mean, we haven't really seen a beach planet before. We haven't seen a lot of beaches in Star Wars before. It was cool, continuing George Lucas's tradition of showing new locations, new types of planetary environments with each new Star Wars film. I mean, we had a little bit of beach action on Kashyyyk in Revenge of the Sith, but not as pretty as this location. Crystal clear blue water. Very, very beautiful. And all the promotional artwork and images from this film were all of the stormtroopers in the water and the rebels running through the water, and some great, great visual images. Yeah, just down here with all the rebels. Down you go, Krennic. It's the last time you're gonna see each other. My feels. Jin's all like, I can't see a thing in this helmet. I've got a bad feeling. Shut up! He said the thing! He said the thing! I'm sorry I'm not talking so much. This is just so thrilling to watch. Krennic's shuttle isn't nearly as cool as Vader's Lambda shuttle. Guy is such a sarcastic asshole, K2. K2 asshole. That's what the SO is, asshole. K2 asshole. Oh, look at the way that the original K2 model moves, the one that hasn't been reprogrammed compared to our K2 SO. That's great. Blow stuff up. Yeah, the T-15s. Oh, stormtroopers. Oh! Took out that guy's poor helmet. Boom! Jared is so graceful when he kicks people's butts. Ooh. What the? Calling up every single dispatch just to make sure that all them breaches have been filled. Oh, this is cool. The eyes blinking in unison as he's downloading the map. That's brilliant. Brilliant visual storytelling. You don't have to say that, oh, he's getting the map, he's downloading this, he's hacking it. It's all visually told. Very, very well done. Only 89 stormtroopers. Yeah. Easy. Got her reaction. Why did we bring him along? Waits for her command. So light it up, 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 light it up, light it up, up, I'm on fire! Boom! Stormtroopers go boom. Oh, I love this. Poor Krennic. Every base he goes to blows up. Deploy the garrison! The great line. Deploy the garrison! Oh, those shore troopers. Those are pretty cool, new stormtrooper designs. Alright, now it's like killing dead fish in a barrel. Or shooting dead fish in a barrel. Nice, go cheer it. He's there. And inform Lord Vader. Oh, Lord Vader! That Vader scene in the hallway. I know y'all Oh, gosh, so beautiful. We'll talk about that in full when it comes, but my God Almighty. Okay, so they're listening in on Imperial chatter. Is that the deal? That must be the deal. He's picking up some Imperial chatter. Senator! Intercepted Imperial transmission. Yeah, okay, so they're listening in. Nice! Oh, good. He's going to fight. God, look at him dodging them bullets. And here we have the Jyn Erso Hope theme playing in a very heroic, bombastic fashion. But still has twinge of inevitability to it that everyone is doomed. So C-3PO is officially the only character, or the only actor to have appeared in every single Star Wars film to date. That's pretty impressive. Anthony Daniels, every single one. Nice rocket launcher! I want one. This is clever how they're confusing the tower by giving them false reports. That's very, very clever. It's brilliant, brilliant. Just mess up the Imperial war machine as much as possible. Get as many of the troopers out of the tower as possible so that they can find the plans in the tower. Right hand! Biometric signature gets them in. Oh, I love that Chirrut is the one who feels and senses the... Oh! There's the walker in the haze. Run! It's like, oh crap, it's an AT-AT. God. What can men do against such reckless hate? This space battle is probably my favorite space battle ever. It's so well done. Every single shot is beautiful. And what a thrill it was to see Gold Leader and Red Leader. Blue Squadron. We don't see Blue Squadron in Episode 4. Why? Because they all go through the gate and they all die. But they are very heroic in this film. God, what a great shot! Oh! And they're through. No, 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 no! Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh dear. Rebel fleet is up there. This is so intense. What a beautiful moment. Summation of their relationship. Full circle. Oh, snap. God, those walkers are brutal. Oh joy, let's hide behind a little bit of sand. Like that's gonna do anything. Come on, Baze, take it out. Oh yeah. When I saw that in the trailer, I'm like, yeah, buddy! And then in the film, I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that did nothing. Oh, that did something, though. Go, Blue Squadron! Hell yeah! Oh, there's that other U-Wing. Good. Explain the plan for the audience so we know what's happening. Master Switch. God, so many little moving pieces that all had to align in order for A New Hope to happen. Wow. Probe. He said probe. Great music by Giacchino. It feels so classic John Williams. Oh, that one's... Oh, yeah, that poor X-Wing's down. Nice, nice. Take out the leg. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes! Down he goes. Woohoo! Boom! That one just got broken in half. Hell yeah, Blue Squadron. God, Blue Squadron is killing it. Too bad they all die. This is pretty cool. I like that. So many different data tapes that you could grab. Oh no. Nice. Oh no, okay. Nice. Some amazing shots in this sequence. I love that they went in and found archival footage of red and gold leaders and brought them back in for this movie. I love that so hard. What a great love letter to the fans of the original trilogy this movie is. What does it look like? It looks like a switch. That is masterful. Yeah! God, I'm getting so into this movie. Oh no, poor Red 5's gonna die. So that Luke can become Red 5. Good. It's little details like that that just make me realize that it really was fans making this movie for fans. What a boss. Good shot, Red 2. God, so many little inconveniences. I love it. Here come more troops. Oh, Stardust. My feels. Galen Erso comes through once again. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, poor Kay. There it is. Go, 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 go. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, boy, go get it. Nice. To the left. Go. Come on, you got this. Go, go. Yoink. Go. Now, push. Grab. Yes. Oh, and there goes the power. Oh. No. Oh, our first death. Okay. Poor thing. That death really hit me hard. At least he didn't get impaled with a big stick this time. Get that beach under control. One does not simply get the beach under control. Come on, Bodhi, go, 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 be a hero. Go, Bodhi, go, Bodhi, go, Bodhi. I don't like you, but go, go, go. It's not that I dislike him, I just like him the least. It's like saying I dislike Ponyo. I don't dislike it, it's just my least favorite Miyazaki film. No, blue leader! Boom! Pew pew! Bet y'all wish you had some Ascension guns from episode 1, huh? Carabas! There goes the suck at you wing. Ah, Death Troopers have entered the fray. Pew pew, pew pew. What a great design with those Death Troopers. Very, very classic. Or classy, I should say, not classic. But... Ooh, ooh, to the back, to the back. Ooh, That's gonna leave a mark. And jump. Whee! Ooh. Good thing you guys are fit. Okay, it's Master Switch time. Come on, Chirrut, it's all you, brother. I'm going down. You're going down is the only where you're going. God, I thought she dropped it, that little thing that flew down. I'm like, oh, please, no, don't have dropped it. That's just so unfortunate if you drop the damn thing. But she didn't, thank goodness. Oh gosh, so intense. And here comes Chirrut's moment. Oh, this breaks my heart. Such faith in the Force. I'm one with the Force is with me. There was this meme I saw online where is Baze and Chirrut on the beach sitting, and Baze says, your wife is gonna kill you if you keep buying more Star Wars toys. And Chirrut says, I'm one with divorce, divorce is with me. I lost. Oh, it's beautiful. The Force protected him long enough to get that mission accomplished, and he's gone. Oof. 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 Ugh, poor thing. He's gonna feel that in the morning. But wait, he dies before morning. I guess he's not gonna feel it in the morning. And he's so content. Oh. And this moment, Baze reconnects with the Force just to soothe Chirrut's passing, to comfort him at the end. It's okay, look for the Force, and you will always find me. Oh. God, it's beautiful. Baze used to be so devout. Chirrut says he was the most devout of us all, and then he lost his way somehow. We don't know, but they still maintain this close friendship, and I think Chirrut always wanted Baze to reconnect with his belief in the Force. And Chirrut, I think, also dies content in the fact, in the knowledge that not only was he able to do the Master Switch, help out the rebellion, but more personally, his death helped Baze to reconnect to the Force again, even just in the last minute or two of his life. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, buddy, ion torpedoes! Take down that Star Destroyer. Go, 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 go. Call up a hammerhead corvette. I have an idea. This is for you, Galen. Oh, Bodhi has his moment, and now it's time for him to go. It's interesting. Everyone fulfills their specific purpose and mission before they go. K2 with his electronic genius helps them locate the files, then he goes. Chirrut with his trust in the Force helps them turn on the master switch, then he goes. Bodhi connects and calls up Admiral Raddus, then he goes. Baze reconnects with the Force. Is more of a personal victory for Baze. Takes out all of the Death Troopers, though, so that's a pretty major thing. Takes out all the Death Troopers, and then he goes. Last one? Yeah! Well done, Baze. He doesn't look at the Death Trooper, he looks over at his friend. I'm gonna see you again soon. Oh, and he's dead. Brutal. It's very reminiscent of some of the stuff we see in Empire Strikes Back. That opening and closing cylindrical gate thing. Hell yeah, buddy! I love this. What a brilliant idea. Get right into the crook of this Star Destroyer and bring it down. Yeah, buddy! Ah, what a brilliant shot. God, I wish that we had seen that shot from the trailer, Jyn versus the TIE Fighter. I mean, what an iconic image at the end of that trailer where she's walking, limping up to the thing on the bridge, and the TIE Fighter just rears up, floating in the air in front of her, and I'm like, oh my god! That would be amazing. I don't understand why they didn't include that sequence here in the finished film. Oh well. Should have been right there, limping with the gun. Oh, it was so beautifully shot. Oh well. You get attached to certain things in trailers. Certain line deliveries, certain shots that they just don't end up in the film, or different versions of them end up in the film. C'est la vie. Here we go. You're gonna die. Silly Imperials. Shave the Star Destroyer clean in half. Look at the way that the ship is buckling. Oh, gosh. Gorgeous CGI work. It looks so real. Antennas aligned. Come on, come on. So ready to do this. Oh, here comes a little TIE Fighter. Some kind of TIE Striker thing. Not quite a TIE Fighter. So I guess that's as close as we got to Jyn versus a TIE Fighter, but it's cooler in the trailer. Let's be real. But my god, that was close. Come on, antennas aligned. Go, 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 go. Ah, frack you, Krennic. Your mom! Stop monologuing, Krennic. Oh, if you only had stopped monologuing, Cassian couldn't have shot you in the back. God, look at this. So this is probably the most beautiful cue in the entire film, I think. Your father would have been proud. On the soundtrack is what it's called, and it goes on for quite a while, starting here and on to when Vader boards the ship. So sad, So heroic. So emotional. So beautiful. She's so happy that he's alive and that they finished it, and now she's ready to kill him, but he saves her. He has done a lot of terrible things for the rebellion. He saves her from that need for revenge, taking that step towards the dark side. I like that. And she believes that someone's out there and they're receiving the plans. Oh, there's that Death Star on the horizon. Lord Vader will handle the fleet. What an incredible film. And this little scene between the two of them, injured, beaten, and broken, but they are so proud of themselves. They can't believe that they've done it. They've fulfilled their mission. Anything that happens after that is... it happens. Oh, and poor Krennic. I love this. The Death Star doesn't even, like, hit the beach, like, right where all the action's happening. It hits, like, a mile off, but it goes right through the top of the tower where Krennic is sitting there. Headshot! Krennic, you're dead. Oh, the choral. The choir coming in here. Admiral Raddus, Rogue One, may the Force be with you. Thank you for your sacrifice, Rogue One. Y'all are dead, but we're gonna get out of here now. Or are you? Nope! Oh, that poor Corvette just ran right into Vader's ship. Here comes Vader, Star Destroyer, taking out a whole bunch of ships, disabling the Rebel flagship. And these two are watching the nuke exploding. There's no way we're getting out of here. Let's just sit and relax. And Jin's theme swells right here. Your father would have been proud of you. Culmination of her story. Oh. The most tragic theme. It's such a tragic theme that Giacchino wrote. Oh, boarding party time. It's boarding party time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Oh, and she watches it come. They're one with the Force is with them. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. It's Darth Vader time. This is what everyone in the theater was waiting for. We got teased with Vader. We knew he was coming. Is he gonna turn on his lightsaber? Something's gotta happen. Oh, look at that. The Death Star. The same little pixelated thing that we see in Episode 4. I love the continuity. So, let's address... Oh, I'll do that later. Let's just enjoy this for now, and we'll talk theories a little bit later. Let's just notice every single way that Vader kills these guys. And you hear his breathing, and the lightsaber ignites. Oh my god, is the best moment. You know each one of these guys is dead. Oh, he's poor. Help us! Oh, into the ceiling. Not only is he in the ceiling, and then just casually cuts him in half. I'll take your guns and just kill you like shooting fish in a barrel. Oh, and into the wall you go. Here, take it, take it. Ooh, ooh! Through his chest and the door. Come on, Vader, go, launch! And there's director Gareth Edwards pulling the clamp. that allows them to escape. Oh, so close, Vader, and yet so far. It's okay. You'll get them in the next movie. Oh, just standing there. Beautiful! Oh, be still my beating heart. And now we're on the Tantive 4. Oh, there's Captain Antilles. And the princess. May you rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. I'm so glad you were alive to see this and to lend your talents to this and your approval to this. Beautiful. Directed by Gareth Edwards. Well done. Well done. Very well done. Okay, so there was a little... someone commented about why does Vader go all badass and kill the rebels in this movie, but then at the beginning of A New Hope, when, you know, he lets the stormtroopers go in first before, instead of just going into the Tantive 4 and killing everyone like he does in this movie. So why the disconnect? Apart from the fact that they take place 40 years apart from each other in terms of like when the movies were made and budget and all that stuff. So putting those arguments aside, I think story-wise, what I understand and what I accept for myself is that is in the middle of the battle in this scene, they've disabled the entire rebel ship, and you know, the ship is disabled, but it's still floating there. Like, they don't have complete control over the rebel flagship at that point. So they send in Darth Vader, and Vader's like, I'm going to take this myself because it's very important, and I need to get, you know, I need to try and get this done myself. So Vader goes in, and maybe Vader's also just having a bad day, so he's like, I need to go kill some rebels. So he goes and he takes everyone out. But then at A New Hope, they've chased them, they've taken out the Tantive 4, they've trapped it inside the belly of the Star Destroyer, they've brought it in with the tractor beam, so they've locked it in, and it's the Tantive 4 is now fully contained. It's just one small ship instead of the massive rebel fleet, or the rebel flagship with God knows how many rebel soldiers still on it. So there's a fraction of the force available to oppose the Empire on the Tantive 4 at the beginning of A New Hope. Vader has had his fun, so now he decides, since the situation is a little bit calmer and it's not nearly as intense, in the middle of a battle, we've just caught them above this planet, no one else is here, I have complete control over the situation, I'm going to let my troopers go in first, mop it up, and then I will go in and I will I'll interrogate whoever's left. I'll interrogate the captain, as he does at the beginning of A New Hope, and, you know, chokes him to death. Stormtroopers need to get practice, so, you know, Vader brings his boarding party along, and he says, okay, Stormtroopers, you guys go and clean up the rebels. So I think it makes sense that that Vader doesn't go and pull another hallway scene at the beginning of A New Hope, story-wise, because it's a much more contained thing. Anyway, you may like that explanation, you may not, you may have a better explanation. Let me know in the comments what you think. But anyway, that's the explanation that makes sense to me, and that I'm happy with. What else do we want to talk about? Yes, fan service. It was, of course it was fan service. 90% of this movie was fan service. But is there anything wrong with fan service? No. There isn't anything inherently wrong with fan service. This movie was made by fans, for fans, people who grew up. It's 40 years old. You know, everyone who worked on this movie grew up watching Star Wars, loving A New Hope. How thrilling it is for all of them to be able to contribute to the storyline that is told in the opening crawl of A New Hope. The you know, the rebellion striking from their base have won their first strike against the Empire and captured the Death Star plans. The Carrie Fisher CGI I thought was maybe 95% good. Tarkin's CGI sort of varied from shot to shot, but I love how prevalent he was in the film. I love that it wasn't just a little cameo. I mean, I would have been happy with just a little cameo of Tarkin, sort of like what they had at the end of Revenge of the Sith. But I'm really happy with what they did with Tarkin, and they expanded on his character the way that, oh, I love it. And then that empty chair in the conference room and on the Death Star in A New Hope. Now we know that was Krennic's chair. He would have been there on the council for the Death Star or whatever, but He got headshotted by the Death Star. Single reactor ignition. Gorgeous. Fantastic film. The music was incredible. Giacchino has added something truly remarkable to the Star Wars musical saga, I feel. We've had some, additional music in Clone Wars and in Rebels with varying success, but I think what Giacchino has done in this film with his score is perfect. It's phenomenal. I'm very, very happy with what Giacchino did with the music. I really have nothing more to say about this film other than I loved it. I really, really loved it. This is now maybe 6th, 7th time seeing the film since it's come out, or in theaters a couple times and then on Blu-ray a couple times, and it gets better every time. I notice new things every time. I hope you did as well. I would love to read all the comments that you have about this film. I will eventually also do a commentary on episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Episode 6 is my favorite, so I think I will do that one last. I think I may go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just go in that order. I've already done episode 7, and now we've done Rogue One. So, yeah, I guess thank you all so much for watching and listening to my ramblings and geeking out and fangirling over the cute bits and the funny bits and the awesome bits. It's cool to see some war. I remember at Celebration in Anaheim 2 years ago when they first sort of played a little bit. They were talking about this film, that it was going to happen, and the people on the panel were saying that they're going to put the war back in Star Wars, kind of thing. Really focus on the fight and the warfare and the that aspect of the story. And I thought that was a brilliant move. I'd love to see more of that. It was very dark, it was very gritty, but it had a lot of humor. K2SO was fantastic. He provided 90% of the humor in the movie, and Alan Tudyk did an amazing job. I love the relationship between Jyn Erso and Cassian. I just have to say, I'm so glad that they didn't kiss at the end on the beach or in the elevator as they were coming down the tower. I'm so glad that it wasn't a romantic relationship. They very easily could have gone in that route, or even had explicit romantic relationships between any of the other characters. I'm glad that I think this is now the first Star Wars movie where we haven't had any kind of explicit. I guess Force Awakens didn't have any explicit romantic relationships in that film, although people ship quite a bunch. But in this film, it was very refreshing just to see characters interacting and having relationships with one another that are deep and meaningful and powerful, that are not overtly or explicitly romantic. It's just something fresh and new, and I enjoyed seeing that. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.